my friends, and welcome to another video lesson on BPOS Talks. If you haven't subscribed yet, please click subscribe and click the bell so that you can be notified of new uploads. This video is part of the playlist called SQL Mistakes to Avoid, and here we'll learn SQL mistakes involving date format mask. We know that at the very basic, a date consists of values for month, day, or date, and year. In Oracle SQL, format mask is used to specify the format we want to use when displaying date. Okay, so let's begin by querying the system date. So if you're familiar with Oracle SQL, or if you've been watching or following other videos of mine in this channel, you might have already seen the use of the dual table. So in this SQL statement, we are querying the system date, it's called sysdate, from the dual table. Okay, let's execute this one. Gives you the system date, which is the date today, but not always. The more correct definition is that it is the date at the database, because you could be accessing a database remotely, which is in another time zone, so that will display that. Okay. So now maybe the default format mask of the date is not according to your preference or requirement. In this case, this is 17 Feb 24, which is DD-MON, M-O-N, which is the first three letters of the month, -YY. So for some, this may not be satisfactory. So in that case, you will have to do some conversion, some formatting of this value before it gets displayed to you. Okay, so the syntax to do that is using the toChar function. Okay, toChar, the date value, in this case is date, comma, and then your format mask, which is a string. Since it's a string, it's enclosed in a pair of single quotes. And then the whole thing, because it's a function, it is enclosed, the parameters are enclosed in a pair of parentheses. Okay. So example, if you are going to format something in a US-centric way, I mean like it is being used in the US, in other US territories, you can use something like this. Select toChar, sysdate, this is the date value I'm trying to convert or format, and then here's the format mask, enclosed in a pair of single quotes, mm-dd-yyyy, meaning the numeric value of month, the numeric value of day or date, and a 4-digit year. And then here is just an alias, as date today from dual. Okay. So the whole thing is being, the source of the value is sysdate, system date. Okay, let's do that. Now, because of the toChar function, it has now, you see a different output as compared to what we have seen in the first example. So here, because of the toChar function, it has converted and reformatted the date into this format, mm-dd-yyyy. Okay. What you will learn in this video is a mistake that is not obvious because it will not throw an error. I've seen this kind of mistake in some previous companies I've worked with, and it is the incorrect use of the format mask, DDD, on the date value, which will cause an incorrect date value. Let's look at an example. So in this case, I will just add an extra D here, and that's already the use case. So select toChar, everything else is the same, except that in the format mask, I'm going to be using for formatting and converting the date, I am incorrectly using the format mask DDD for the numeric value of the date. Okay, so if I'll execute this, look at my original value. It's 202-17. The DD here should have been 17. It is 17. Okay, if I will execute this with the DDD format mask, which is the mistake I've seen in some previous companies I've worked with, then you'll see this. So you come up with a strange looking date value, 02 for February, and then the date is 048. Strange, it's because of this incorrect format mask. triple D. Okay, that's what happens. The numeric format mask for the day, this part, must only be 2 characters long if you're talking about the day of the month. That's because the maximum value you can get, I mean the maximum number of days in a month is 31. That's what's true with January, March, May, and so on. All right, you cannot have a 3-digit day of the month. Okay, so now let's correct that by removing the third D in the format mask. And that is where we started. And use format mask. So just for your info of those who do not know, you can change the delimiter here on the format mask from a dash or hyphen. You can change it to a slash and it will be still fine. Okay. But the point is that it is incorrect to use a triple D format mask. It will not throw an error, but it will give you an incorrect value of the date. Okay, it must only be DD. I'm referring to the day of the month. There's a difference with day of the week. Okay, you will learn something new here. I'll show you what I mean by day of the week and day of the month. So this here, this is the numeric value of the day of the month. It could be 01 all the way to 31. But if I say day, then it's different. This is the day of the week. And this format mask is valid in Oracle. You put the whole word day, D-A-Y, it will show, together with the date value beside it, it will show the day of the week. Okay, let's see what it is. So since today is Saturday, it will show you Saturday. Okay, now let me try something else. Okay, so what I did, the letters A and Y, I changed to lowercase, so the day value also became like that. Okay, let's try another one. If you wanted to shorten this day word, the day of the month of the week, then you do this. DY. It doesn't really mean it will become 2 characters, but it will just shorten the day of the week. And it becomes SAT, S-A-T. Okay, so I just showed you the other variations of the day. This day is the day of the week. But the numeric value of the day of the month, it should only be a maximum of 2 characters long, the DD. It can never be a DDD. Okay, so in this video, we learned our mistake, which is not so common, but it is something that you also need to know so that you can avoid falling into it. It is the mistake of an incorrect format mask, DDD, triple D, which is being incorrectly used on the day, the numeric value of the day of the month, which can only be up to 2 digits long. Okay, so thank you for watching and listening. If you haven't subscribed yet, please click subscribe and click the bell. I'll be seeing you in the next video.